Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray. It's not raining out there. That's just liquid sunshine.
All right.
Is what that is.
There's a lot of it.
A lot of it, and we're just living right here, me and my bud Peggy Burton. And hey, we want to remind you that this Friday night, Valentine's night,
At Bell Buckle Banquet Hall.
Bell Buckle Banquet Hall, on the day, the real day of Valentine.
The real day of Valentine. They've done a lot of remodeling in there. I'm anxious to see it again.
Oh, good.
It's always beautiful.
Yeah.
But they do something new every year, and their food is fabulous.
Food's fabulous. There's the band right there, going to be South Jackson Street Band. You know, over the past couple of years, Peggy has had some young folks come in, and Doreen, I know, sang some, Samantha Waters. And Samantha has a new baby boy.
Yes, she does. And his name is Oliver Malachi.
Oliver's a nice name. You don't hear that name very much anymore.
I think they're going to call him Ollie, and Malachi is from the Bible,
Sure.
and Joe picked that part out.
Right.
I hope they didn't mind us announcing that, but I'm so proud of her and them.
You know, and so Peggy,
it's exciting
my
time.
partner right here, Peggy Burton, who was the original voice of the South Jackson Street Band, instigator.
Well, maybe not the original, but long time.
Well, you sang for a long time, so we're going to have an opportunity Friday night to hear the beautiful Peggy Burton and her voice again.
Do you mean Jerry Anderson, Dr. Jerry Anderson?
Jerry Anderson's going to sing something.
And he has a Frank Sinatra voice.
Yeah.
I gave him voice lessons before he started, because I wanted to work on his pronunciation and stuff like that. But he has a phenomenal voice.
Yeah.
He really does.
And he shares it well.
And the band members are amazing. I can't, compliment them enough, because many of them come 50 miles to rehearse, because we rehearse every other week.
And how many pieces is there, Peggy?
I think there's 5 saxophones, 4 trombones, 4 trumpets, guitar, piano, bass, drums, however many that is.
20.
Well, and with 2 or 3 vocalists sometimes.
Right.
But
so
right now we're 2.
You know, we're again here in Tullahoma. You know, most small towns don't have an orchestra.
No, and I hope people would appreciate what that orchestra means. These people are talented. They're not just off-the-wall players.
Sure.
They're very talented.
And the gentleman who was the director left recently and went over to where, North Carolina?
Right.
And he's playing with a real big band
He's
over
already playing up a storm and having a good time, which thrills me, because he's so talented. And players that play have to play.
Sure.
It's not about how much money they make or anything like that. They're just not happy if they're not playing. And that's the reason I feel it's so important to support a band in our community. So we have a great high school program.
Yes, we do.
And some of those students come and sub sometimes for us,
and the arts in our school system are excellent.
I think so. I think I'm real proud of our art system. Choirs and bands and this and that, all the way from middle school up.
And the visual arts as well.
Visual arts are fabulous. And do we have the art center anymore? Is it open, the art center?
I hate that question had to be asked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. That shouldn't be a question that someone like you, who has dedicated your life to the softer side of things and the arts in this community, to have to ask the question if the art center's even still open.
I know.
That's sad.
It is sad.
Because and I can't answer you.
Okay. All right.
Because I don't know. I don't know if it's open, when it's open.
I'm hoping that it's, being refurbished and
I guess you could ask somebody on the Arts Council and they might know.
Sort of like our museum. Our museum at South Jackson Performing Arts Center, which Blossom Merriman has kept up with forever with the help of other people. And it's been closed because it's totally renovated.
Right.
And it's going to be beautiful but they won't be able to move the stuff back in there probably till spring.
Right.
Because there's still some more stuff to do. And I'm proud of a museum. What other little town has a museum?
Well,
We have a lot of history here.
I can remember when Fran was the, whatever you called her, the administrator over there.
Oh, she was wonderful, yeah.
There's no telling how many people came to South Jackson just because of that museum,
Right.
because their granddaddy or somebody that they knew was stationed at Camp Forest or Camp P.
You know, last year at the...
Prisoners of war.
Exactly. Last year when we had the folk festival at South Jackson, which brings in 4 different countries, the people from Germany and from France wanted in the museum.
Right.
They were very interested in the history and the culture of our country, but they wanted to, they knew a lot happened in Tullahoma.
Right, right.
Which Tullahoma is almost famous because it's the only one in the world.
It's the only one in the world. You can
I
go
love
anywhere in
that.
the world and write a letter and just put Tullahoma on
Yeah.
it. Don't put USA, Tennessee. It'll show up here.
I guess you didn't watch the Super Bowl.
Yes, I did.
I did too. Yeah,
Oh,
I thought you'd
certainly.
be surprised.
Certainly, I'm a football guy. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Well, it
They
was,
did.
It went differently than a lot of people thought it would.
Well, it was,
Yeah.
you know, everybody thought it'd come down to the last play, and it just didn't.
And Kansas City finally
Got beat.
well, I know they got beat, but they finally got 1 touchdown, right?
No, they ended up scoring 22 points.
Oh, I went to sleep after.
There you go.
I went to sleep after they got 6 points.
And you know,
thought-
there's all kinds of
Yeah.
discussion about the halftime show and the music that was there. I thought the music that they had before the show with Lady Gaga and Harry Connick Jr.
Yeah,
and
that was all beautiful.
Preservation Hall, all the New Orleans folks. I thought that was incredible.
Well, I liked that they honored the people that had been killed, and
Sure.
it was beautifully done.
Right.
And I liked the intermission. I know you might not have, but I thought it was a different culture, and it was tremendous amount of participants.
Oh, certainly, certainly.
And they were all organized into some fantastic moves to keep together. But I agree with, it was hard for me to understand everything, but that's okay. I don't have to understand
I saw
everything.
a lot of people on the internet rated A to F, and most of them were Fs. And the reason being is people couldn't understand what the guy's saying. And Andrew Todd was in here last night. We streamed the board meeting, city board meeting, and Andrew was talking about how brilliant a writer this guy is.
He is.
And so before I judge that completely, I want to get the lyric sheets and read what he was saying, because I couldn't understand
Well,
what he was saying.
and I think through the whole exhibit was telling what he wanted to tell.
Right, sure.
And it would have been nice to have a little reading
Closed
at the
caption,
beginning.
yeah. If you had a closed caption on your TV, that would
it
have
was
been good.
very well organized and used a massive amount of people.
Well,
And
I
thought
mean, you look
I
at
liked
it, look at all the stuff that they brought out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they took a commercial break and they talked about a little bit about the football game. And during that time, there's no telling how many hundred of people
Set
it
that up.
took to move all that
I
set
know.
in there. And they had white cloth on the field.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean,
a-
the whole field was covered basically.
Right.
And they used all of it. So, you know,
And-
it was a great production.
The young man that did the singing, or
Lamar.
Lamar, okay, he is very famous and very knowledgeable and smart. And people that understand him would get it.
Oh yeah, sure.
And
Yeah.
so I appreciate that.
They just a bunch of us old dogs that have bad ears and couldn't hear what he was saying.
That's true.
But the dancing and everything, the routines were wonderful.
And nobody had to strip naked.
No, there wasn't any naked people. There wasn't butt cheeks showing
I
everywhere.
know it. Anyway,
Although I like butt cheeks, but you know.
I have to hand it to New Orleans because they've been through a lot.
Yeah,
And they came through with flying colors. Have you ever been to the Super Bowl in New Orleans? I have.
I've never been to a Super Bowl, period.
Well, I've been to Houston and also to New Orleans, and Super Bowl hasn't gone on that long, but I'm old.
57 years.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
57 years to me is not much. So,
I love it.
anyway,
Love it. That's my Peggy.
I love New Orleans. There's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there several
great
times.
town.
Yeah.
That's where Jacob
And
and,
you
Jacob and Cindy like to go there for Christmas.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Jacob has roots there just because
yeah,
you do.
yeah. My dad was from South Louisiana,
And
so
there's the
I've been there a
the
bunch.
culture is different. I love the music. I love the
Preservation Hall.
Preservation Hall. Yeah, I love all that.
And
Anyway.
there's nothing better than being on the streets of New Orleans when there's a funeral.
I know.
And these players come out and play, and walking down the street playing that old sad music.
Yeah,
wonderful.
and there's something about it that even though it's sad, it's uplifting. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
sure
It's
is.
uplifting. And I think I mentioned this to you, but I saw it. The Christmas, the Messiah done in a sort of a New Orleans style.
Oh, I bet it was wonderful.
I didn't know what to expect. I thought, don't mess with that music. But it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was absolutely awesome. And it was done in a jazz sort of form.
Sure it was.
I love that.
And we love that, don't we?
And we do. We love a little jazz.
Well, this just Friday night, 14th, Valentine's Day, Peggy Burton and the South Jackson Street Band down at the Bell Buckle Banquet Hall. I know that I've read this before. I usually read it on Valentine's show. I saw this story in Reader's Digest. And I know a lot of people think, oh, Reader's Digest, that's not
Well, it used to
good
be.
writing. That's not, but that's a Cliff Notes, of what's
Right.
going on. But this is a true story, and I wrote this about it. It's called Roses Appear. The heart shapes placed around the house means lover's day is near. But one heart has been broken. Her love has died this year. The soulmate who kept love fresh and blooming in their home, each Valentine sent roses. But now that love is gone. She worked hard to stay busy, filling up her life with things she had not needed as a lover and a wife. But Valentine's is special. It always was for them. And no matter how she tries, she can't stop missing him. Then roses appear at the front door with a note pinned in his hand, declaring his love for now and evermore. How wonderful it is to be loved by such a man who found a way to send his love undying through the years. Each and every Valentine's roses appear. Each spring she'll get flowers until death knocks on her door and she is reunited with her love forevermore. Then roses appear on her tombstone with a note penned in his hand declaring his love that will live on and on. How wonderful it is to have been loved by such a man who found a way to send his love undying through the years. Each and every Valentine's roses appear. Yes, he found a way to send his love undying through the years. Each and every Valentine's roses appear.
Yeah, that touches my heart.
Huh?
That's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? And
It
that's a
really
true
is.
story.
I
That's
know,
written
I know.
about a true story. Some guy figured that out.
Right.
And how better could you show your love for
Then
someone
to have
than
something
that?
continue
Yeah,
forever.
forever. Even after she was dead.
Yeah.
That's so
beautiful.
we hope you have a good Valentine's, and we're going to have a great show for you today, so don't go away. We'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Join the Duck River Watershed Society Spring Cleanup March 1st at the Normandy Dam boat launch area. Help protect the Duck River, home to more than 650 aquatic species and a vital source of clean water for over 300,000 people. Be part of something bigger. Enjoy free lunch, exciting giveaways, and the satisfaction of making a real difference. Special thanks to our sponsors for making this event possible. Sign up today and help keep the Duck River clean and thriving.
Hi, my name is Ringo, here at Barkview Senior Living. They're human friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
It's amazing what washes in sometimes with the rain. And today I am fortunate to have two of my good old buddies in here, Russ Barrett and Mike Winton, and they're here to talk about the Downtown Lions Club fundraiser.
That's right.
And can't build nothing today. Now, you still can sail in the rain.
Still can sail.
We got some inside stuff going. We're working. We're not sitting on our hands.
I know you're not. I know you're not, but I remember back when I was in that business, a day like today, you could find a carpenter or plumber or electrician just about any bar in town.
That might be true. Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
I don't think that probably happens as much as it did back 30 and 40 years ago.
I don't know. It happened a lot though then, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Well, there was little corner bars everywhere.
Yeah.
There was none of the big box businesses.
The framers and the roofers. And
Evans, yes.
Yeah.
Taking a little break.
That was an off day. That was an off day from all that hard work. Yeah.
But the thing about it is, our tradespeople work far beyond what we know on a regular basis to get the job done. And a little break every now and then is not so bad.
That's right. They need it. Yeah.
They need it.
Yeah.
But tell us about the deal here.
30th annual charity dinner for the Tullahoma Downtown Lions Club over at the Manchester Conference Center on the 15th.
15th.
Saturday the 15th in March.
March 15th.
That's right. And tickets are $150 each, but that's for two people. And that's steak or what? You know what we're having?
Either beef or chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you also can get a vegan, I believe, if that's the right term.
Maybe.
What?
Vegan.
Vegan or vegan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A special order, yeah.
And Rebecca French is
That's right. She's great.
unbelievable.
That's right.
How she runs that place, and the food's always good.
Yeah, we thank them for letting us be there and do it. We've had it there for several years, and we have two major fundraisers: the golf tournament, and which has been moved back out to Lakewood Country Club in August, and let me get that thing off. Sorry, and then this event, which is very, very important to our organization, for the funds that we raise, that we give back to the community and to sight and hearing and diabetes and that type of thing. We try to split the money we raise between 50% directly to either state or national, international for the Lions Club, for those programs, and 50% for here at home in Tullahoma, so that with the people that are giving to us, we can give back to the community.
Let me ask you a question. Do you still take glasses?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I didn't know, a lot of things change, and
right.
But if someone has a pair of glasses that they're not using anymore, and sometimes I look around and I'm one of those folks that probably has 3 or 4 pairs.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there.
Yeah.
And they can be used by somebody.
That's right. Didn't we just collect a considerable amount of glasses?
We actually just shipped 8,000 pair of brand new prescription glasses to be used in Lions International.
8,000 pair.
Yes.
So you don't need my old glasses.
We do.
We still do, because we got rid of those 8,000.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
that's the
got rid
reason
of
Mike's here.
Yeah,
He's got all that information.
He always does.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, it was phenomenal the way it all came about. But
Now that was gift from some glasses manufacturer.
Yes, and came through us as Tullahoma Downtown Lions.
Well, now how do you? Is there? Of course, that person might not want themselves identified, or that company, but if it's all right. I think it would be wonderful to let our audience know who was that benevolent.
It was actually an organization that's no longer in existence, and this was surplus that they had, and it funneled down through us.
Oh,
so
we
weren't never privy to the name of the.
Okay.
Yeah, so I apologize.
Well, that's
I don't have that
outstanding.
information, Russ.
Well, you did pretty good. I wouldn't have had the 8,000. I just knew it was a
Okay.
considerable amount.
Yeah,
the good thing about our people in our organization is that, everybody gets involved. There's several different facets of
Sure.
what we do. And I help with the golf tournament, as Mike does, and I'm not as involved in this charity dinner, but there are several people, obviously, that
Sure.
are working hard to put this together. There are people that are in charge of the hearing program, and people that are in charge of the sight program when we go to the schools and we do the testing usually in the beginning of the school years when we start that.
Typically, yes.
And everybody has a role and does play it very
Right,
well
right.
in order to get things done.
Well, I'm going to ask that question. It seems that in our social clubs, even our veterans organizations, that there's been a reduction in membership.
That's right.
Are you guys still pretty strong?
I think we're pretty strong, Mike. I will say this, obviously COVID,
Right.
all aware of that, and that, you couldn't even meet. We would Zoom
Sure,
meetings.
sure.
And then as we slowly got back together, we had it decimated the organization to a point and hurt our membership. Sure it did. But we had Mike put together as the chairman of the, what's your title?
Flunky.
Head flunky.
He put together a membership drive and
Bush beater.
And we had out at Monty Hancher's house, we had to get together, and I don't remember 5, 6, 7 people joined from that one event, and kind of was a catalyst to get us back going again.
Well, we went through a generation or so of young people who really didn't get involved with the things that we got involved in as young people. And I guess they sort of figured that, well, that's always going to be there.
Maybe.
But without young eyes and ears and hands and muscles and legs to help get the work done, you know, a lot of our clubs and organizations were to the point of almost disappearing.
Yeah.
And I think this new 20, 30-year-old group that's coming through now are re-engaging with our organizations because they remember when their mom and dad did it and how important it was.
And if you're in business like Mike is, or I am, or some of the other members that we have that are younger than Mike and I, you know, you want to give back to the community that supports you and your business and your employees.
For years.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm proud to see these young people get re-engaging and getting involved.
Yeah.
You know, it helps us too with, of course, the eyesight and the hearing and all that's so very important. But we actually support 19 nonprofits here in Tullahoma alone, in addition to that.
Yeah.
You know, financially. So we want to be involved.
Sure,
And, you know, civics minded, what you're talking about with the young folk, you know, I don't think they're taught that as much as we were aware, you know, back in the day. And for me, back in 4-H and FFA and all those school organizations that kind of helped us along. So.
And, you know, schools don't have time for that anymore.
It's tough.
It's all they can do to get the kids educated.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I read at East Lincoln School to second graders. That's one of the things that you guys and girls that I'm sure are involved do. You know, some of these kids come from families that they can't afford glasses. These kids can't learn because they can't see. And you're over there in these schools, in these grade schools, testing these kids.
Same thing with the hearing.
And the hearing as well. I think that's just magnificent.
Yeah. Been doing that for a long time. Tammy and Gay Overman have been a big part of that. And certainly David Alexander with the site now, and Tammy and Gary with the hearing and organize that. Like I mentioned before, everybody has a role to play in the club and does a good job at it.
But there's nothing more wonderful than seeing a kid who can't read.
That's right.
And all of a sudden, somebody like you passes through, and this same kid who was embarrassed because he wasn't keeping up with his or her buddies, and now he's got a pair of glasses and he can see the words.
Yeah.
And the light that shines through those children, through what you've done, is a light that'll never be put out. And that child, when he's our age, will have done what we've been doing because of that very thing. So that ripple effect of what y'all do lasts a long, long time.
Well, we hope so. We think so. We've got a program called the Lions Locker that the Lions Club supports as well, where we try to provide some money for them to go purchase. All 7 schools participate. They go purchase clothes and have them at the schools available for the children. And, yeah.
So it's a wonderful thing. Y'all wonderful guys.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Mike is.
I do. I've known y'all for a long time. Both of you. I know who you are.
Well, I appreciate that. The Tullahoma Down There Lions Club 30th annual charity dinner, Manchester Coffee County Conference Center, 5:30 p.m. social hour, 6:30 dinner, 9 to 10 live music. Mike, how much money are we giving away?
I think $5,000.
Yeah. And that'll be, you'll buy a ticket, you'll put on that ticket. One of us, somebody from the club will approach you.
Now, is that an extra expense?
No. It's
part of your $150.
Yeah, you pay the $150, you get the tickets, you get the meal, you get the band, you get the social experience.
Now, is there going to be any auctioning going on?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We ain't touched on that yet.
Yeah. Well, let me read you some of the things.
We're going to run out of time if you get everything we do. So.
Let me read you some of the things we're going to have.
I know my man's going to be working.
Jack Daniel barrel autograph, day in Lynchburg. A gift basket, professional styled Western hat. Aren't you a part of that?
Yes, and this is the Yellowstone.
Yes.
The guy that designs those, and it's also signature by the designer.
Oh.
With a custom fit and custom color at your choice.
Usually goes pretty well.
And that's what a hat like that. If you were to walk in and buy one of those, is what, $700-800?
$1,400.
$1,400.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice item.
I'd say that's a nice hat.
Tickets to a UT game, that'll probably be the Georgia game.
Ooh.
Yeah. Jewelry from Woodard's and Giles, a live edge wooden bench, handmade, a weekend cabin on the lake, a Josh Heupel signed UT authentic football helmet. So that'll be for auction. A couple of UT items. Rogers Group is good enough to supply a load of gravel, crush a run that we'll auction. And I believe we're going to have some furniture.
And that crusher run, you can't buy a load of that for $150, $200 anymore.
No, you can't. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we'll have another load from another supplier as well. So that's the items I'm aware of.
Really nice custom furniture that Joe Denby has donated out at his store.
All right, so we're out of time. March 15th.
That's correct.
At the Coffee County Conference Center.
Coffee County.
$150. Got a chance to win $5,000.
Yeah, that's right.
Dinner for two.
That's good.
For two.
Yeah. Contact Russ, myself, any of the downtown
Donna Bradford, Katie Sharon.
Yeah.
Very good.
So,
yeah.
Man,
thank you, John.
Thank you for appreciate you letting us be on.
Yeah, good to see you.
Know you're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Okay?
Appreciate it.
And we'll go watch some mules here one of these days.
I want you to find that chip,
Okay,
and
we'll do. We'll be back. I'll tell you that story later. We'll be back after this.
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
Service and quality at Clayton's Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
Join the Duck River Watershed Society Spring Cleanup March 1st at the Normandy Dam boat launch area. Help protect the Duck River, home to more than 650 aquatic species and a vital source of clean water for over 300,000 people. Be part of something bigger. Enjoy free lunch, exciting giveaways, and the satisfaction of making a real difference. Special thanks to our sponsors for making this event possible. Sign up today and help keep the Duck River clean and thriving.
Welcome back. I have my favorite subject on the stage, Miss Amy Beckstead. Amy is one of the people at South Jackson Performing Arts Center that does a magnificent amount of work. You do everything from singing to directing.
Thank you. Serve on the board.
Right.
Yep.
Amy Beckstead. And we're here today to talk about Aladdin.
Yes, Aladdin. We have 2 casts. We have a homeschool cast, which is part of our TEACH program, stands for Theater Enrichment Arts Curriculum for Homeschoolers. And we also have our other children's program, which is PACT, Performing Arts for Children and Teens. And we took Aladdin and offered it to both programs. So we have 2 separate casts for 2 separate weekends. Lots of familiar songs that you know and love from Aladdin, you know, Disney's Aladdin.
Walt Disney,
and, and then a couple of new songs in there that are a lot of fun. Kids have done a great job, and it's our largest casts that we've had for both programs. We have, between the 2 of them, over 150 kids that'll
amazing.
Be participating in this play.
And you'll have 2 totally different casts.
2 totally different casts. The first weekend will be the TEACH program, and then the second weekend will be the PACT program.
I know you're assisting in everything, just about.
Correct.
But
yes.
The director.
So the director for both of the casts is Buffy Bourdonnais, and she's done a fabulous job. We found having one director, because we get to use the same set, the same costuming, you know, for both casts, and so having one director to kind of bridge between both programs,
keep it similar.
The continuity and stuff through it all.
And what's the age of the children?
Yes,
in this?
basically school age. Anybody from kindergarten through, you know, senior and high school can participate.
And if you have a child out there that's interested, you just go to southjackson.org and see what's going on with the TEACH program and PACT. Does rehearsal get mixed up because some are in the daytime and some in the afternoon?
PACT rehearsals are in the evenings. TEACH rehearsals are during the day because it coincides with our homeschool, curriculums and whatnot. So
it's a wonderful program. I can't.
Yeah. We also have the PACT Performing Art Camp. Well, during the summer, I think we've renamed it now, but yes, it's basically.
What's it called?
I can't remember. No.
That's all right.
Yeah, I can't remember. But, you know, it's open to everybody in the summertime, you know, but I think it will be in June.
And it runs for a week.
For a week, and it's a good full day. And
if I'm not mistaken, they put on a production at the end of the program. And it's always fun and a great way for children to spend the summer.
To spend the summer, exactly. Yep, I love it.
Get out of your hair.
Right.
No,
exactly.
The kids love it.
Yes. Right. Usually, at least the last couple of summers, lunch has been provided for the camp. So parents, it's just a great. And I think we even start like about 8:30.
And it runs.
And you till maybe like 3, so you can drop them off in the morning on your way to work, and then pick them up.
And I don't know how many people you can take, but
yeah,
if you're interested in having your child in the theater program, I think it would be good to sign up early.
Sure, you can talk to the office.
Go by the Civic Center or call 455-5321 or go online, which is there on the screen, to check things out. And you can also get tickets. Are we doing a school program for students?
Yes, those have already been announced, and we are actually having 2 for our education outreach, 2 performances during the day during school hours, where schools and preschools or learning centers, whatever, can bring their students. And we were pretty full in both shows. We actually had to add a second show because
That's
we didn't
amazing.
have enough room to include the
entire-
second school that was coming.
So you had
And
to
so
add
we
some.
added a show. So I think there is room in probably both shows if you were still interested to come.
To bring students.
To bring students. Yes, they have to be students.
I've always loved the educational outreach program, and I hope it always stays in there because there's so much that not only do you learn from being a part of the show,
Right.
but being a good audience.
Oh, absolutely. And supporting.
I remember when we first started at South Jackson, the audiences were not real good at first. The kids were bouncing off the walls, and it wasn't any time though.
Yes.
Till they started being calm and they started loving the plays and.
Well, that's
whatever
one
we
thing,
did.
if you get the students, started in programs like PACT or the TEACH, is that they learn that from an early age.
Exactly.
And so when they go to participate in any kind of a event where they have to sit and, be quiet and respectful.
To
and,
learn.
Yeah, and learn to do those things. We have a lot of educational components to our TEACH, and we are starting to implement them more into the PACT program as well. They've asked for that, of just a lot more theater education.
Learning to run the lights.
To learn
and
how
do
to
some
do,
sound.
yes, and we
That's
have
really important.
we have that much, and in fact, we have a rehearsal going on right now. I had to run over. We had an extra rehearsal this week for Aladdin. I came over here this morning and I left, and I guess she might be maybe about 11 years old.
Yeah.
That was back at the tech booth running the laptop for
That's
all the
awesome.
sound cues, while
that
they were
wonderful that-
rehearsing.
That they're
So,
smart and they do all that.
They're very capable.
Oh,
Kids
yeah.
are very capable. If they feel they're trusted and they can, they can do it. So we like to let them get behind the scenes because not every student is a performer
That's
and
right.
wants to be on stage.
They want to be a part of something.
But they still get to be a part, learn how to work together as a team and stagehand, running a spotlight, running sound cues and stuff in the technical things.
So this
Gives them
show
opportunity.
opens a week
Yes.
from Friday?
Yes, the school shows are not available, they're only available to the students
Right,
in schools
it's
and
not
stuff.
an
So
open
Friday
to-
night, Saturday, Sunday matinee at 2.
It starts at 2, not
on-
2:30?
I believe it starts
So
at
many of the matinees have been 2:30.
2:30.
That's the reason I'm asking. I think.
Well,
2
if you're there by 2 o'clock, you won't miss it. Friday the 21st, the 22nd, and then the 23rd will be the Teach Cast weekend, and then the following weekend after that, so the 28th, the
Whatever-
1st and
whatever that
2nd.
is.
The
And
1st
it-
and 2nd of
yeah.
March, for the weekend for
And are
PACT.
there special prices for tickets?
Now, their student prices, yes, I believe, and of course now our auditorium has
3 levels.
tiered seating, so you have your center and the sides and the balcony.
And I think the center is $30.
Not now,
No,
not for student
not for
shows.
student.
For these
Okay.
for these shows because they're the
Shorter.
The run time for this will probably be about an hour and 15 minutes, and so the center is I believe maybe 15.
15.
I think the sides 12 and the balcony 10. I
That
believe.
sounds fair.
I believe so, but you can check with the
Well,
office.
If you've not
for that.
ever seen any of these student productions,
They're
you'd be
really
surprised.
good.
They're brilliant.
They really are good.
The
We-
singing is I've noticed
Yeah.
the singing has gotten better and better and better as the years have gone by.
Well, and the longer that the kids stay in the program, obviously
better
they
they
mature
get.
with those skills. Yes, absolutely.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the fact that you have so many students involved, that tells you what a good program it is.
And I like to, and I have been involved in since 2018 for the TEACH program. We've had the PACT program there for quite some time, but because it is educational, this not the same people are always going to be getting the main roles. We're going to try to.
And I think that's good.
Because everybody needs an opportunity
spread 'em
to have an opportunity to learn and grow in different types of roles. Yeah.
And I believe that the students learn harmony.
Oh,
they
yes.
don't just all sing the same tune. They're singing
Yes.
beautiful harmony.
Yes.
And I love that. I just, I'm
so
so
music
proud of
theory,
that.
I brought in this time working with the cast. Yeah, there's some 3-part harmonies, some 4-part harmonies, but by the time they make it to the stage, sometimes that 4th one's dropped out. But
Almost.
Yeah.
I think it's always a good thing to do to talk about volunteers and how much we need volunteers at South Jackson.
Yes, absolutely. And if the students are, well, I don't even know if we have had younger. I know they have to be 16 to work in the concessions, to volunteer in
Right.
concessions. But I think if you have a parent with you to come and volunteer, your student or child can come and help volunteer, learn how to usher, greet.
Sell stuff.
Yeah, we have a small
concessions and
the what are they? Oh my goodness, the little shop. What do we have?
Oh, the shop where we sell stuff.
Yeah, we have just a little.
I love
merchandise. Yeah.
I love the
Christmas
ornament.
Yes.
I thought that was so clever.
And I think we have a calendar. I heard them say.
I got
now.
one this week, and it already has listed the theater program.
Oh, fantastic.
Within the calendar.
So the new season.
Some dates that stay the same every year, like for instance, St. Patrick's Day.
Correct.
And
yeah.
However, this year we have changed St. Patrick's Day.
It is
it's
going to be
not on St. Patrick's Day.
It's on the 13th of
Thank you for
March.
remembering that.
Yes, I will. We just had a meeting last night. So it's the 13th.
And it's going to be a great show. And I'll just go ahead and tell you that we're going to have a Irish step dance workshop, and we'll be announcing that. And that those students that take the workshop will be on stage for a number.
Nice.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And do you all take any of the summer off from PACT and teach after the camp? Maybe?
Well, usually by the time PACT camp gets done, there is a PACT production in the summer. And then we're almost right back into school, which we then pick up with the.
Now that it starts earlier.
Yes.
It's kind of. It runs right on top of South Jackson and goes
country. I know. And I was thinking years ago, I'm like, why? Because school usually starts the week right before country show, but years ago when you had it there, school didn't start till like after Labor Day.
That's right. It's been
and
that's why we picked that day.
Right.
But we've just kept it.
But now it just has inched its way back up.
So remember, if you're interested in having your children involved in Teach or PACT, call the Civic Center.
Yep. Volunteering.
If you want to volunteer, anything you want to do, just either call the Civic Center. You can go by and sign your name, or you can go online and probably send an email.
Right. It's a great place if children, or high schoolers that need Tennessee Promise volunteer hours. We've had lots of times where we've had high schoolers to come down, or even students, at Motlow that need their volunteer hours, because you can come and do it at South Jackson's nonprofit.
Well, one of the things we've started this year is to try to have a workshop even with the Performing Arts series, so that I'm trying to get this one couple that writes all their own music. They're sort of folk singers. I haven't given them a date yet, but they will do a little workshop that has to do with songwriting.
Right.
And people that are interested. And then we're doing a workshop for Jazz on Jackson, which is always the 30th, and this year it's on Wednesday, and we'll have a workshop about 1:30, because all the schools this particular Wednesday are getting out at 1.
Oh.
And we'll have a workshop for people interested in jazz, band students and vocalists and whatever. So we have a lot going on there. I hope you'll always participate, and I think South Jackson Performing Arts Center has done a lot for our community to draw people from other
Absolutely.
places.
We've been able to track recently with how many zip codes that come and actually show up. And we have zip codes from all over the country that come, because they have a loved one or somebody, that's going to be in a performance, but they put forth that effort to come.
And it's pretty amazing. And
yes.
I give a lot of credit to Mr. Greg Russell for his tremendous ability to do 50,000 things at once.
He is a great leader. Yes.
We've
leader
come a long
at South
way.
Jackson Performing Arts Center.
I think that when I moved to Tullahoma so many years ago, I thought the only thing I really want to see happen is a good performing arts center. And I think I've lived to see that. It makes me feel good.
We've done a lot with the building itself. We'll be on the lookout for an open house ribbon cutting to come in and see all the new renovations and things that have happened. Yep.
Well, Amy, I'm going to have to let you go. They're going to turn us off. Thank you for coming.
You bet.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
see you at Aladdin.
Yes.
We'll be back with more things.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority. Power in community.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department needs you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street, heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. 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 Woo.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size.
Yeah.
Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this past weekend, the Tullahoma and Area Chamber of Commerce had its celebration dinner over at the Manchester Conference Center, and it was an awards dinner and a celebration dinner, and we were there, and Light Tube as well was there filming, and we want to bring some of that to you right now. My partner and my friend for a long, long time, Jim Fuller's wife, Nancy, has been the president of the Chamber of Commerce this year, and we're so proud of her. I've always been proud of Nancy for the things she's done for our community, but she stepped up big time this year as the president of the Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to go to some of that video right now, starting, I believe, with Hope introducing Nancy Fuller.
It is now my honor and privilege to call to the stage for the very last time as TACC Chamber President, Ms. Nancy Fuller.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here tonight. It has been my honor serving as president this past year. We have had a great year at TACC, and I would just like to take a moment to thank the exceptional people who have made this year a success. To Hope Nunley and her outstanding staff has made this year very much a success. And her dedication, hard work, passion has been the foundation of everything we have accomplished. Thank you for being the heart of our organization. To our board of directors, ambassadors, volunteers, your time, energy, and commitment to the Chamber have been truly invaluable. You have shown what can happen in a community when we all support each other. I have been inspired by each of you and the contributions you've made. Now that my term comes to an end, I'm excited to pass the torch to James Fuller, who will serve as your next president. I have no doubt that James will bring fresh energy, new ideas, and the same love for this community that has guided me this year. I look forward to supporting his leadership and watching the Chamber continue to grow. Here is to the future of TACC and the incredible community that we live in. Now, before I leave the stage, I get to present the President's Award, and I'm very excited to do that. The person I chose to give this award to this year is a person that is always shining a spotlight on others. She is the first to volunteer at most events, always saying, "Just put me where you need me." She gives 100% in everything she does. She celebrates and encourages citizens of Tullahoma every single day through her handwritten cards. She's recently joined Facebook and has used her platform to lift up the individuals and businesses daily. She is one of the kindest individuals you will ever meet and consistently promotes this great city that we live in. I once heard her say the importance of treating every individual she encounters is in a way that makes them want to remain in Tullahoma or move to Tullahoma. Wouldn't it be great if we could all be that way? It is my pleasure to present the President's Award to my friend and yours, Joanna Reynolds.
Thank you to Nancy and the Chamber. I love the Chamber. And I've told the story before, but when Bill Yoder told me to join, I was like, no way. And I found my place there. As to notes, I love mail. And I love sending mail. I love receiving mail. But mail was like the pivot point for me. Long story short, I was 17 years old and my parents divorced. And my father was a minister. So I took that with everything we have done here was a lie, and I'm leaving. So I didn't go with either parent, I went with an aunt, and she was the wild aunt. And I had just met Jay, who was 9 years older than me, and my parents were saying no, and I was saying yes. So I went to live with the wild aunt, and about 9 months in, my birthday came along, and I turned 17. And one card after another came in from my home church. And every one of them was a happy birthday. We love you. Here's some birthday cash. Come home when you're ready. And within a month, I called my mom and said, I'm ready to move home. So mail was that pivot point for me. It changed my life. It gave me value. And I think the Schindler Jews told Schindler, to save one life, you have saved the world. And I feel like maybe one card could change one life, because 25 cards changed mine. And I love Tullahoma.
The Bookshelf in Tullahoma is the fundraising arm of the Coffee County Literacy Council. Since 1988, the Literacy Council's goal and purpose has been to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. We enable individuals to complete their high school equivalency exam, which helps them get better jobs or continue into higher education. The Bookshelf at 114 Southwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma is where we sell used books, which are donated to us by the community. Come see us, bring your books to donate, and join us as you find every genre of books that you can imagine.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Talk about that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Black History Month is here. Or coming up. Is it here?
It's here.
It's here.
Yeah.
February.
And, you know, I can't think of a better thing to do than have a segment of Jawing with Jackie. So Jackie's going to fill us in on some of the activities that are going on.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, there are quite a few things that have already, well, some things off and on have already happened, but locally we will have, well, since Martin Luther King's birthday, you know, that kind of ushers it in. And
it wasn't cold, was it?
This seems like the worst time of the year for, you know, you just got to suffer.
That's right.
A little bit,
That's
you know.
right.
And,
it's been cold several years in a row.
Hey, it's been a lot of suffering going on over the life of the years over this, you know. So I guess the season is reflecting that. So,
yeah, for sure.
A little bit more suffering. Come on now. And so anyway, but yeah, there are several events that are going on this week. In fact, well, there's nothing at the moment, but in the next day or so, I think it's Thursday. It's the 13th, I believe.
Yes.
And the day before Valentine's Day, UTSI, University of Tennessee Space Institute, well, they always have an event, Black History event, every year, and it's always a great event. And the speaker coming in this year, I believe, Dr. I'll have to look up his name in a minute, maybe. But look for that advertisement. And I know it's in the paper and it's around other places. But the doctor that is going to speak, I think he was the head guy at UTSI for some time back, several years ago, quite a few years ago. And I remember him when he was here. And forgive me for not being able call the name right now, but I've been up all night working a homeless shelter. So anyway.
And that's a wonderful program, by the way.
Yeah, and so and I got home this morning, tried to get to bed, get 2 or 3 hours sleep anyway. I didn't get to bed about 5 o'clock this morning, so anyway, and so I'm good though. So,
Of course you are.
Yeah, and anyway, I'm just glad that this is not the day that the events start, because Thursday, I believe, is the first day of the events that I know about, and it'll be at UTSI at 10 o'clock. And they always have a great program and a great meal afterwards, you know.
That's really nice.
Yeah, and it's just, they have put on a great event every year. And so this will be at 10 o'clock on Thursday morning. And then Friday, just a personal thing that I've been asked to do is a radio show at Manchester Radio for talking about Davidson Academy School.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I ought to be well on the subject.
Did you do your whole entire schooling
My
at
whole
Davidson
entire
Academy?
12 years at Davidson Academy.
And when did that quit being the school you went to?
The last year for the school as it was known, 1 through 12 grades, was 1964. 1964, and I addressed an issue. I was out on Facebook. Somebody had asked a question. I believe this one was last year for Davidson Academy. I went out there and I tried to, input the time and everything, the year and 64, and I don't know if it took it or not, but for some reason it didn't show up later on. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Now in '64, the high schoolers came to Tullahoma High School.
Yes. Yeah, after the 64 year.
No, they came in '64.
Well, anyway, then, but my class was 63, and we were not. There was another class after me. Was I know Vivian Sims and Emma Terry, and I got pictures of them, but they.
Now maybe your seniors and your juniors didn't come.
Something happened.
But the sophomores came.
Well,
that year, Lamont Snipes and that bunch came.
I was thinking that they started with the younger group, and then gradually, like the 10th graders went, and then the next year 10th and 11th or something. Was it that way?
I don't remember.
I was out of the country. I don't know.
I don't remember because I wasn't involved in it. I had graduated in '63, and I know there was another class after me, and it breaks my heart though that I can't find any records of my, we had I don't know what happened to our school records. I just don't know. I was in California, I believe, at the time, because I
see what happens when you leave Tullahoma.
Yeah, no.
California dreaming.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Because when I came back, Mrs. Stamps, who was Professor Stamps, he was the principal. It was his wife was my 5th grade teacher, and I think there's something about 5th grade teachers during that time of your life that really sticks with you. Oprah always said her favorite teacher was her 4th grade teacher, who opened up her life for her, showed her, helped her open up her life, showed her, what she was capable of doing and all this. And like I said, and I've told this story many times, her 4th grade teacher just happened to be my aunt.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
I didn't know that.
And you didn't know that?
I didn't even know this lady at the time.
That's interesting.
And and so, and I've met these people over the years, and I was just at her house back a few weeks ago. And just at her house for another.
In Nashville, right?
In Nashville,
you go every year.
Yeah, but she passed on. She
okay.
She passed a few years ago. But I knew her. I met her about 15 years ago, and got to spend quite a bit of time with her over the years. And so I say Oprah's favorite teacher. And I look at her, see her on the internet on Facebook or something. Anyway, but Oprah had her on her show back one year. But just look up Oprah's favorite teacher, and you'll see Mrs. Mary Duncan.
I think I have heard Oprah speak of her.
Yes, she is.
I'm pretty
Duncan.
sure
And
I
Oprah
have.
cried like a natural baby. I tell you, just tears running everywhere, mascara running everywhere. But her daughter always, we're very close, and her daughter always invites me for whatever event that she puts on a couple of events at least a year, every year. But it was a young lady that came in from Idaho a few weeks ago, and I haven't been on since that I met her. The young lady came in from Idaho, and she was doing her family research up in Idaho, and found out that she had folks down here in Nashville. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And so anyway, she came to Nashville, and they called me down to come and meet her, and we were having a little big party and everything, a little dinner and all this. And they have, like I said, they do something like this at least once or twice, at least maybe twice a year. And so anyway, so we had a good time. And I met the young lady and we had a great occasion. So
Davidson Academy was named after. Was it named after someone?
It's after Mr. Davidson, who I believe was the mayor at the time, I believe, here in Tullahoma.
Okay.
And I knew a W.R. Davidson at work.
Yeah.
And it might have been, I think it was one of his relatives, maybe father or something. I'm not so certain on that.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they were different.
Think they were different?
I think they were different.
Okay, well, yeah. I'm not certain on that, and I've never researched that part of it, but like I said, I've lived it all my life. They had Davidson Academy. I had my dad and went there, my uncles, and
well, you know, when Devin DeLauder was working on his doctorate.
His doctorate,
he came with you and probably about 20 other people to the studio, and we videoed Jackie and different ones about Davidson Academy, and that's what he did his doctoral thesis on.
Sure did. And before we get out of time, I want to mention that, like I said, the UTSI event is on Thursday at 10 o'clock, and I'm doing, like I said, a radio show, I believe Manchester Radio, and with this young lady on Friday. And let's see what else is. There was one other thing. The We Care Committee is having an event. I think it might start this week, I believe.
Okay.
And I know Friday night I'll be the speaker on whatever
you're doing.
Whatever they want
Wherever it is.
Whatever they want me to talk about, really, because I remember a lot of things. I remember everything. And
you have a phenomenal memory.
You know, the thing about it is, this is Black History Month, but here on this channel, on our programming, Jackie Duncan, we got Black History Month every month.
Amen, brother.
Right here in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
I think we just
when we're
should
jawing
call it
with Jackie.
All right, that's
American Month.
That's it.
I'm blessed to remember.
All right, we'll be back after these messages.
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker hordes.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
Join the Duck River Watershed Society Spring Cleanup March 1st at the Normandy Dam boat launch area. Help protect the Duck River, home to more than 650 aquatic species and a vital source of clean water for over 300,000 people. Be part of something bigger. Enjoy free lunch, exciting giveaways, and the satisfaction of making a real difference. Special thanks to our sponsors for making this event possible. Sign up today and help keep the Duck River clean and thriving.
All right, now we're going back to the chamber banquet, and we're going to bring you the Citizen of the Year.
It is truly an honor to celebrate and recognize a man who has given so much to our community. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Our Citizen of the Year, Max Christopher. Not yet. Max is a name that has become synonymous with service, leadership, and generosity. He has dedicated his time and talents to making our community stronger, and his impact can be seen in many ways. As a longtime member and self-proclaimed party president of the Highland Rim Kiwanis Club, Max has helped shape programs that benefit children and families. His service extends beyond Kiwanis. He has served on the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce Board and continues to provide guidance as a member of the Traders Bank Advisory Board. Max's heart for mentorship and youth development is evident in his faithful service to the youth program at his church. He has not only supported young people through his church, but has also been a mentor in the broader community, ensuring that the next generation has strong role models to look up to. Family is at the core of who Max is. He has been married to his wife, Julie, for 25 years, and together they have built a life filled with love and support. He is a proud father to Grant and Grayson, and a grandfather to Casey, and soon he will welcome another grandbaby this summer. His love for his family is only matched by his dedication to his friends and community. As a businessman, Max has played a key role in the growth of our local economy. In 1990, he founded Christopher Equipment in Tullahoma, and through hard work and determination expanded into neighboring communities, providing jobs and opportunities for many. His generosity as a business owner has touched countless lives, whether it's through donations, lending a helping hand, or simply showing up where he's needed. Max is always willing to give back. One of Max's most notable contributions has been his work with 41A Music Festival. For the last 15 years, he has given his time and resources ensuring that the festival is a success, not just as an event, but as a means of supporting great causes. Additionally, his involvement with the Chamber of Commerce has been invaluable. If there was an event, you could count on Max to be there, volunteering or just jumping in to make sure things get done, even scaling a building to put out a fire. Max is many things: a husband, father, grandfather, business owner, car enthusiast, community leader, and friend. But above all, he is someone who truly embodies the spirit of service and dedication. Our community is better because of Max Christopher, and tonight we are proud to recognize him as our Citizen of the Year.
The lies she tells to get us here, but first of all, we're forgetting the main thing while we're here. It's Christian Nunley's third birthday. So we're going to start over here, men first, and the ladies in the second. Yeah. Happy birthday. I would not be here if it was my grandson's birthday. But thank you. I'm just going to keep it brief because we do have a birthday party to go to. First time I was a parade chairman, probably 2002, something like that. So I've been doing it a long time, but it's been great. Tullahoma's a great place to raise your family. All my family has moved back to Tullahoma, so it means a lot to me that they're here. Yeah, it's a great place to live, and it excites me to see the next generation. I'm retiring, and my son's taking over, and the McNabbs, I see the Thomas, I see the McCords, I see all these second generations that are staying around Tullahoma. It's a great place to raise your family. Yeah, and I would say stay involved with the community. It's a great community. So thank you very much.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority, power in community.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Back, Peggy, after jawing with Jackie, and
Does this mean this is the
congratulations
last week
to
with this?
Max Christopher,
Oh, yeah, what a wonderful
Citizen
honor.
of the Year. Oh, well, he
He's a good
sure has
man.
done a lot. Sure has done a lot. We want y'all to remember that Friday night, go down to Bell Buckle Banquet Hall to hear the famous Peggy Burton and the South Jackson Street Band. and you're going to be crooning,
I
aren't
think you might be my only fan.
you? I know better than that. You got fans all over the place, sweetheart.
No, I don't know why.
You've touched a whole lot of lives. You're responsible for a whole lot of music.
I hope so.
Throughout the years. Think of all the little
That's very
kids
nice.
you've trained and the adults you've trained. And
I had some wonderful coaches in my life.
well, I tell you what, this Valentine's, a friend of mine, Shane Owens, did a tour a couple of years ago, had a couple of hit songs, and I was at one of his sessions in Nashville when he was getting ready to leave for his tour, and I can't think of anything better than this song for Valentine's, and the name of it is, he still praises God and the ground she walked on.
Oh.
This is no doubt one of the most beautiful songs I've ever recorded. It's called God and the Ground She Walked On. We hope you like it. He wears the same suit every Sunday. She's not there to straighten his tie. And he'll be back in the fields come Monday, where he spent most of his life. So we thought he came 'cause she made him. At least that's what we used to say. But now he's there every time the door's open, so he can see her again someday. He stands up and he sings Rock of Ages. He fumbles to find her song, and he feels her turning the pages like she was right there reading along. And he puts his tithes in the offering, somewhere in his heart she's not gone. 'Cause that old man still worships God and the ground she walked on. His son wants to move him to Phoenix, and the bank says they'll buy back the home. But he says he doesn't need it, 'cause he'd never leave her alone. He stands up and he sings Rock of Ages. He fumbles to find her song, and he feels her turning the pages like she was right there reading along. And he puts his tithes in the offering, somewhere in his heart she's not gone. 'Cause that old man still worships God and the ground she walked on. Yeah, that old man still worships God and the ground she walked on. Yeah! Hey, little Lars and Rick on the guitar right there. We'll sit down to Mama and Papa all day in heaven. She's baking a red velvet cake for somebody tonight. Thank y'all so much.